Hi everybody, more than 1 week, I know it, I have been busy. Today's topic is cognitive distortions, cognitive relating to the mental process. Distortion is wrong thinking. We think we maybe we can understand the things in a right way, but it's not the one. Why I like this topic, because when we understand the definition, what does it mean, cognitive distortion, and what can we really do, what are the types, the ways, everything, the quality of our life will improve. Today in this video I will just explain, I will just talk about the definition. In the next videos I will talk about the types and what can we really do for that. Number one, I will start giving the real life situations. You're in the evening, you're talking to your son about the day, how was the school, what did you do, was everything okay, and in a normal way, have you done your homework? He really feels angry, slams the door and goes to his room, and you really don't understand, it was just a normal conversation. Number two, you are talking again, chatting with your sister about the families and activities and everything, and you say, do you know that next week mom is coming to see me? She really feels uncomfortable and says, I know it, she really loves you more than me. Then you didn't talk about how much mom loves you. It was not the really real topic, but she just brings it out of blue. Then number three, you are working in a company, you have a best friend, you share everything, you do projects together, and you are expected to present monthly projects. And the last one was the last of yours was recognized as the best one. Your friend really changes her attitudes and says that I know all the time you're successful, I am the failure, whatever I do I cannot really do it in a good way, but you are doing it perfectly. This also you cannot understand. Number four, COVID-19 is now everybody is really talking about it, and the media, everything. One morning you wake up and your daughter is crying, I am positive, I know it, I'm really sick, my throat is paining, my head is paining, maybe I have high temperature. When you check, nothing. Then all this also, then all these real life situations, when you really a little bit, when you are in the situation, you can understand something is wrong, but sometimes you cannot really understand how these things are happening in this way, and sometimes they really seem that they are right. And from there, let's go ahead and we talk about a little bit the more definition. What does it really mean? The thoughts, in our mind, in a day we receive, or maybe we get so many thoughts, and we have our own last long thoughts also. But these thoughts, cognitive distortions, they cause individuals to perceive reality inaccurately. These inaccurate thoughts usually reinforce negative thinking. They tell us like you're thinking in the right way, your thoughts are really sound, rational and accurate. And when we explain in other words, this is faulty or unhelpful ways of thinking. They are irrational, inflated of thinking, inflated thoughts, and they are actually thinking errors, habitual errors in thinking. Many occur as automatic thoughts you cannot understand. They just pop up into your mind, and you cannot really know that they are right or wrong. As I said, they are negative, and they leave out important information. Unfortunately, they result in a negative change in mood and lowered our self-esteem. Bad thing, they really change our mood. As you are happy, you just change in 30 minutes. You are unhappy, you cannot enjoy the world, and you experience maybe anxiety, depression. They are so frequent, and they are not easy to notice. We can just notice a sudden feeling of maybe sadness, anxiety or anger. But in any way, we have to ask ourselves, have you ever thought about your thoughts? Have you ever paid attention to your thoughts? When we ask these questions, this is the number one step to understand our thoughts, whether they are right or not wrong. And I will give you some sentences which could easily we can easily understand they are really cognitive distortions. Now, if you hear from people around you, not good enough, stupid, I am a failure, I have the worst luck in the entire world, I have just failed that math test, I am not good at school, I am a bad mother, father, I am stupid, I do not deserve anything. All the sentences, they are cognitive distortions, because when we really look at the real life situations, we have to understand what are the facts, real things, and what are the maybe if they are just your thoughts, there is a possibility not to be right. And we have to know whatever comes in our mind, we have a control, uh, we can control. What can I really choose? If somebody comes at your door and starts knocking at your door, you don't have a control of that person not to knock or knock, but you have a choice to stay with that person. How much? 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or you say that you are busy, you cannot give time to that person. It is the same thing also. The thoughts may come in our mind, but we can really choose which ones are right, which ones are wrong, which are really which can be really helpful in our life, or which one can really lead us in a wrong way, and we can do really bad things, and we can really develop anxiety, depression, and it may change our mood in a negative way. We should know that our circumstances don't define us, regardless of what happens in life. We always have the power of choose our attitudes, our behaviors, our thoughts, everything. What comes in our life, it is in our hands to choose which ones. And we have to know this is our life, this is our brain, this is our mind. We can do everything whatever we want. We should not think about it like just to pop up. I cannot control. We don't have that excuse. This is the definition of cognitive distortions. I'm sure you will just get a picture of it, and for the next videos I will talk about the types and in which ways they just appear in our life. Thanks so much for listening. I will see you in the next video.